I need to record at least one more video about STALCRAFT. Yesterday, a veteran from Russian server contacted with me and he grants us few tips that probably almost no one from West servers didn't know. So thank you Playa for informations, because it's nice to have also allies from veteran server. First thing is that how exactly artifact spawn working. Everyone was story crafting about it, but no one have real info. So now we know. After 5 minutes after a mission, some artifacts will spawn, but highest amount after artifacts will spawn in next 15 minutes after a mission. So in total, in 20 minutes after a mission, there will be a tons of artifacts around the map, especially in big arch anomalies like this fire. But there's also a cap of the artifacts that can spawn on map, and it depends on the player's amount. Like one person is 5 additional artifacts that can spawn on the map. So if you got like 20 players in Janov, the 100 of artifacts in theory can spawn there. The next part of information is about the north. After we will get full version of the game, like full end game, then we will have a basis to capture there. And you got three tiers of bases, and every tier grants you additional stash place in here in box. Like it's not same global stash like in bar and other maps, but it's more like this personal small stash that you can hide everywhere, but that items are safe and you can farm for a few hours with your friends and deposit the loot here. To get base like this, one of the clan of faction with 30 people need to win a tournament. Also, playing this tournament grant you not only base, but also you will get currency that will give you that you can buy for it Anomalous Serum. Anomalous Serum is a resource that you can use to buy endgame weapons from barter tree, so it's additional way how to get it. You can, for now you can get it only from weekly quest. Like it can be only 3 to 4 per weekly quest after reaching level 4 of faction. And you got 2 quests like this, but it will be additional why how to get this. Also about Blackwater. This is the map where you can get red and legendary quality artifacts. You cannot get good quality artifacts in other maps, so people were curious how to actually get better artifacts, and no one saw on West servers yet good artifacts. Is because they are from Blackwater. Also about the Limans. People used a bug to get there. It wasn't a software, like they used bubble from around there, I believe, and you could join a Limans. But for now, it's closed, and they didn't use any software to join there. It was, of course, dev's bug. And it didn't destroy economy of the game, because you were able to join here only once per day. And if you died, your loot was gone. But even if you survived, you can brought like one inventory of loot per day, so it didn't destroy an economy of the server. Also, they going rework all area around the north, like it will looks the other, and also they're planning to add a new map like to the north from there. It will be a pre-patch, like if you played Stalker series, you will know that location. Next thing Playa shared with us is meta items and items worth of investing. Like for now, best assault rifle is a VSS. Like it's not like the other ones are bad, unplayable or something. No. But just this is a most optimal weapon if you wanna dominate PvP. But also when they add a update, then the upgrade of M16 will be the best, probably the best assault rifle from the barter tree that we will have. So if you don't have time to invest for like to farm for 2 weapons, you can stick with M16, and if they add a full release of the game, then we will get FN 2000, and probably it's the strongest assault rifle that we will have in the tree, like this one. 60 bullets, very high fire rate, decent damage even from long range, so it's very good weapon. About the shotguns. As I thought, the best shotgun is the Saiga. You got very fast reload and fast shoot rate, fire rate, and Protecta is not worth of doing, absolutely not worth of doing. From pistols, the best pistol is for PvP, it's a Colt. He can 3-tap even Centurion, so probably if you really wanna do pistol, this is a ultimate choice for you. And the sniper rifles. I was saying that Bolty is bad, but I was wrong. Actually, they are using Bolty very well, because even if it won't one-shot, it's dealing tons of bleeding, so person need to waste some time to heal the tons of bleeding that will add this weapon. So if you wanna stick with Bolty, it's okay. My personal choice is I like Auto Sniper DMR, but if you can do Bolty, if you wanna Bolty, you can do it. And from armors. The best armor, as everyone know, for PvP is Centurion, but if you don't have a time to play so much to farm few armors, because later you will need also other types, so it's better to stick with Scat if you don't wanna farm for few armors, because it's not as good for PvP, of course, but you can farm with these northern locations. So it's a balance between a scientist and the combat, and you can put 5 artifacts to Scat right now, so you got many opportunities to create a nice build. Also from scientist, it's really worth to do Seva. Like Saturn is not worth because there's no content that needs so much protection, but Seva, or at least one Seva, will grant you opportunity to run in almost everywhere. Also Scat is worth of investing because you can put that container with 5 artifacts. And also the debuffs like this biotoxin, psi radiation will be reworked, so in future it will work other way that it's working right now, because you just get damage right now, but instead then match you will get other penalties like slow or other things, like you will in fire you will just start burning instead getting damage. So the resistance will work other way, so Scat will be even more worth of armor if you just wanna choose the one full tree of armors. For now, best two sides are the Leopold and this Vortex Collimator. Leopold is got a little bigger magnification, but as you see, it's reduced the aim speed. Like almost everyone running with this scope. It's relatively clean and you know. Also second option is this one. It's look like this. It's dot instead a scope, but it's okay. Like from a long range, this dot is still small enough, and it's got a 2x zoom, but you don't need to. You don't have a penalty for aiming. So as you see, I got 0.19 seconds of aiming with my Val. So both of that sides are really okay. This is overall a game is balanced to play with friends, like with teams. So Playa recommend to play everyone with allies, especially around the north. And you can, for example, use your ally as a temporary statue. Like someone of you can create second character and leave it in some like place that is hard to access, like I don't know, in some building or something, and you can farm with 3 or 4 friends and you can deposit your loot on this one character, and you just log out with this character and then you play on the other one, and this is like the source of stashing loot that is most safest, because in small stash someone can find it, or you can drop a marker after dying and you got only 6 slots of 6 kilograms. Also random containers are okay to stash temporary, but someone can find loot and it will gone. So this is a nice nice tip to play with friends and use one of your friends as stash. Of course, short term you need to level up next character like progress faction to join, but in long terms is it worth to do it. And overall it's a team game, so later it's better to stick with few friends, especially in north, because many enemies are roaming in groups. When you just wanna play solo, like chill for a few hours or something, it's better to stick around there than going to north, because you can earn more money around the north, but you also need to run twice, like 5 minutes each way. And around the warehouse, best earning method is to do this proto cluster, the bubbles that exploding and grants you stuff. Also this rifts and this searching for signal, because it grants you nice loot, but most important things are the proto artifacts and the dust. You can sell dust for much more than you can see on from the trader. Like in trader is 250, I believe. Yeah, and around the market, on market, its cost is 3.5k per 10 pieces, so it's like 100 per piece more. You will pay a small tax, but if you don't give a minimal price, you're not paying a tax. Like you just will pay a 1 ruble. As you see, if you do this, fee is still 1 ruble. And probably you can think that someone will buy it for 1 ruble if you won't sell it, but no, because this is consumable that is very often sold. So people will just buy it very soon, and you're paying a smaller tax. So this is very good tip. Also same thing with proto artifacts. As you see, single one can cost up to 4,500. So if you don't want any artifacts to upgrade, you can always sell this thing. I was just hoarding these items because I didn't even know that you can sell it on market, because if you see, like, you cannot give it to the trader, like this guy fans. He just don't buy this item. So I thought that is same like with barter items, that it's not worth or cannot be sold, but actually you can sell it. So the things with farming dust and proto artifacts are the best for earning money if you wanna be most efficient. Also, there's a nice trick about upgrading artifacts. Like maximum charge is getting decreased every time you fail, and the chance to upgrade is growing. But after failing 5 times, you will have 90% the maximum charge, and proto artifacts will regenerate this amount by 20%. By actually, if you use proto artifact to repair it after 5 fails, so in 90 charge, you will make that there will be a much bigger chance to upgrade this item. Like it will bug, visual bug, but it will have much more chance. So after 5 fails, you always wanna upgrade, always wanna regenerate artifacts. Like you see, will use it, and the chance is small, but it's already upgraded at 10%. Now I will repeat it, like after 5 fails I will recharge it, and always it will happen, like after a few times, few attempts, it will upgrade, even if its chance is so small, yeah? And you see, already it's done, so I don't know it's bug or something, but it's really nice to know that. Playa told me about that web page. We got already version in English, and you got here few tools. An artifact calculator. It's very important thing, very useful, because you can choose already a bug, and you can choose artifacts. You can see here every additional properties that artifacts can have. Like every artifact after upgrading to +5 can have chance to get one of the additional properties. Like, so you see that this artifact can have additional things, and for example, let's say I will upgrade it to +5, and you see I got additional properties, so I can have additional bullet resistance in artifacts that already grants bullet resistance. So it's a really nice tool. Also, you can choose the quality of artifacts, and he recommended for us to use at least 90 quality, and the more it's better, of course, yeah. And as you see, you can like check every stat for every like quality. It's a really useful tool, and you can create many builds there. Also, we got very few important artifacts, like for example, probably many people didn't notice this artifact Amberite. with good roll and upgraded can have around 30 additional kilograms of carry weight. So you can, even with scientists, make a build with over 100 weight. So it's really nice to use that artifact. And for example, the cryogen got thermal resistance stat, but it's not the same as resistance from armor, but it just reduces damage that you will take from fire by up to 25% with higher roll and upgraded even more, like with higher quality. And 4 cryogens can make you fully immune to fire damage. Like you just temporarily swap it when you're going to fire anomaly, and even you can be barely naked or like with green early game armor, and the fire won't deal you any damage if you put these artifacts, 4 artifacts. But you need at least 25 from each one, yeah? Yes, you see the normal quality is 20k because it's useless. But green already 200k, but 4 of them will make you immune to fire, and you can loot every fire anomaly with this item. The next thing from this website is like a DPI calculator, so you can choose DPI from other games. And for example, you can also in game change your sensitivity to every scope. Like you just got adjust aiming sensitivity, and as you see, for every scope you can adjust it. And the last thing on this website is total HP calculator, and you also swap language to English, and you can choose here an optimal, like how time you can survive. Like you can put armor, artifacts, armor from artifacts, like armor plates. You can choose weapon that enemy is shooting, like regeneration when you use, like, I don't know, item kit. It's like also nice tool. And a small tip about proximity radar. As you see on the top right corner of the screen, we got a minimap, and in the top left corner of this minimap we got the number. Number is the amount of players around, but it's exactly 60 meters. So if someone is shown number is increased, you got a player around 60 meters of you. And at the end of this video I wanna talk about cheaters. I'm still annoyed to few like imboters that I meet around the north, but most people from veteran server especially are legit ones. Like some of them are even trying to help us, many of them are trying to don't grief West people, to don't deny their progress. So I'm gonna delete the last video to don't annoy people even more, because it's already enough. Like campers around the bar and some part of cheaters is enough, and people will get even more tilted. And people joined Limans who weren't cheaters using the software, they just abused the bug, and it was a devs fail, but you could join there only once per day, so, and even if you died the loot was gone, so Limans didn't destroy the economy of the game for sure. So it's nice to know that we got also allies from veteran Russian server that wanna help us instead grief us. And thank you Playa for information that I could post in this video, because none of that information were unable to get from like internet, because it was hidden. Like for example, spawn of artifacts, it was absolutely didn't show anywhere. So thank you for information once more.